This was in the asthma section, not right after COPD. They don't benefit people with COPD. This is about altering the immune reactiveness for the airway. So a person who's having difficulty in the long run with asthma, they're using their updrafts or their inhalers, several times a week. Leukotriene modifiers are an excellent addition for people with asthma. So you might be asked. Susie Q with asthma has been having increased uses of her inhaler at home. She's come to you because she feels like her symptoms are worsening, but she's not acutely asthmatic. What are some of your options? And in that case, it'd be a great time to start a leukotriene modifier like Singular. There's another one like Zone Telecast or something like that. Well, all I care about is that you know what a leukotriene modifier does. Leukotrienes are part of an inflammatory response mediator, and by modifying them, we're telling them to chill out. Okay. The seasonal and allergic rhinitis, the common cold. There's nothing to treat it. It's really I hit it about like I do with COPD or asthma. I mean, not really steroids or anything, but it does have its place. People are going to be bombarding your clinics in the late winter, early spring with these upper respiratory infections, common people with no lung disease, and their main complaint is, I can't breathe and I've been talking like that for 2 weeks. So give them some steroids and some mucolytics, Mucinex, a steroid injection. They're all going to ask for antibiotics because that fixes everything, doesn't it? Don't give them to them. They may fuss and say, but I need antibiotics. And you say, no, you don't. I don't care what WebMD says, okay? Antihistamines are helpful. Zyrtec and loratadine, Claritin. Those two typically have a great reaction. Benadryl, I mean, it's a good old antihistamine. It does work. It mostly knocks you out, I think, so you forget about what's going on. I really try to avoid it these days. It has a lot of adverse reactions, especially in the elderly. Don't ever give it to an elderly person unless you're trying to help out your orthopedic friends who need to do some hip fracture repairs. So, Zyrtec and Claritin, okay? Then antitussives, basically cough suppressants. Here's a cough suppressant that really works. Now, you have to be careful because it can cause dizziness, but it's a slight side effect. Benzonatate or Tessalon pearls. You think, how is swallowing that little pearl going to stop someone's cough? Incredibly effective. The minimum strength is 100 milligrams. I find that 200 milligrams works the best. Tessalon pearls are a great option for cough suppression, especially in people who are really coughing. Don't mess with the cough syrup. Number one, I mean, cough syrup definitely has its place, especially amongst young children and most adults. But when the cough is very, very bad, it's just unrelenting. Tessalon pearls for adults is magic. The cough syrup now also has kind of a placebo effect to it as well. Usually it has guaifenesin and dextromethorphan in it. It's supposed to coat the throat, but most people take a big swig of something afterwards because they can't stand the taste of it. So it kind of negates the whole medication thing, which is why I don't give too much of it. But the placebo effect is by drinking cough suppressants, people actually feel like they've done something about it. So it definitely has its place. Plus, it's over the counter. Tessalon pearls are not, I'm not sure just how expensive they are. Most insurances do cover them, but they work great. Okay, so if you were to see a question of Johnny Be Good has a cough, it's not that bad. He wants to know what he can get over the counter. Sounds like a good idea for him to have some cough syrup. But old 67-year-old guy comes in and he's red in the face because he can't stop coughing, and he says, God, I'd be okay if I could just stop this coughing. Give him some Tessalon pearls. They'll change his life. Okay, that's it for the pulmonary section. Coming up next, will be antihypertensives and antihyperlipidemics. Go ahead and get a start on those, doing the readings. I know on the module that says read all pages, um, I mean read all pages, but kind of take the advice and the hints I'm giving you. Cut out the fat, just go for the main stuff. You'll get your lecture. Um, and like I said, I'm going to go ahead and try to do a study guide for this examination. And furthermore, to calm any worries or fears, I mean, I want to stick to the syllabus because I came up with that because I know you're on a schedule. I know you've got other things to do. I've also designed this class to be minimally invasive into your lives. So if we get in a bind where we're getting a little bit behind on the lecture, the test will simply be open longer. Or we might even need to take a break between some lectures to get caught up on test or quizzing, not testing. We don't take tests, and things like that. The discussion board is open. I've already seen a few of your responses. They're very good. Some of you are getting very detailed, which that's fine. I like it. What's important to me is I want to know what medications you're selecting, and if you add your rationale and this and that, that's fine, not a problem. And then I want to know what your plans are for life because if this were Hogwarts, you're the upcoming witches and wizards, and I am going to mold you into good ones. My wife is a Harry Potter fan, so I've seen them all. I'm kind of nerdy. I like them after Prisoner of Azkaban, and then on up they get kind of scary. Anyways, enough wasting your time. The things that I talked about during this lecture are probably the highlights for the quiz. These are things that you will be expert at within the first year of your practice. Trust me. Okay. Seems like there was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember what it was. I appreciate all your feedback on the discussion board. That's helpful to me, so we're going to continue to do things. A lot of you are texting me, emailing me. Keep doing that. I'll get to you as quick as I can. The YouTube videos, I don't know why they always set to private, so I'm horrible for thinking about that. If something doesn't work, like I say, just text me. I'll get it changed ASAP. And anyways, study up hard. Have a good weekend. I'll let you know how the trot line does, and we'll get you some more lectures next week. Well, I was going to do like some cool magic since I was talking about Hogwarts, but I can't. See ya.